If you said to somebody, if somebody said, "Did you do sport?" Yes, I did sport. What did you do? Well, I was a diver. And what did you do? Well, I was in the Olympics. Then they go, "Oh, the Olympics. You were in the Olympics."
Yes, I must say that.
It sounded good then.
Yes.
Didn't it?
Yes, I must say that any time I ever mumble out that I was in the Olympics, the reaction is quite extraordinary.
Oh, yeah.
People get most excited about it.
Yeah.
Yes, which is nice. We were recruited for the 48 Olympics to form a Cox 4 just after the regatta, a Henley Royal Regatta, which was in July, and the Olympics took place in September. Well, in the first place, we had to win a trials race, which we did, so we had to concentrate really on getting the crew together.
I was lucky enough to get a job at Simpson's Piccadilly, the gentleman's store, and I was a sports representative there, and they allowed me 2 hours off every day for lunch. And the place that I trained, the swimming pool, was Marshall Street, which is very close to Simpson's, only about 5-minute walk. So I could go there. My coach had a shop, an antique restoration shop quite close, so he'd be there every day, 1 o'clock, we'd be diving for 2 hours. It was wonderful. Yeah.
Maybe some people were training for the Olympics and also doing a job, but we were very fortunate in that respect. As well as just long slogs, rowing at an ordinary pace, then we'd of course practice starts and also practice distances, and then we'd row a full course. And I don't think we really had reached our maximum by the time the Olympics started.
We stayed at Uxbridge, at the RAF depot in Uxbridge. And the strange thing about it was I thought, I'm going to be in the Olympics. This is wonderful. I'd be travelling, I'd be seeing, it'd be wonderful, right? And I lived in the Uxbridge Road.
Yes.
And it was 10 minutes to the Uxbridge place where I was going to stay. So I had no travelling whatsoever.
Old Steve Fairbairn, the Australian, believed that exercise out of a boat was useless as far as rowing was concerned. His theory was that rowing made champions, so that you used to have to row and row and row, but there was no form of exercise outside the boat.
They do dives today on diving boards, springboards, that shoot you up, and they're doing 3.5 somersaults. My day, 2.5 was, wow, that was terrific. A double twisting 1.5 was the hardest dive. I was the first person to do it in England, right? But now they do a triple twisting 1.5. They do a triple twisting 2.5.
We had the misfortune to meet the United States crew, which were red hot favourites and won the event in the first round, which was rather unfortunate. However, we did manage to survive a repechage and finished in the semi-finals.
Everybody seems to be quite interested in how you did. Didn't matter how bad you did. The wonderful motto was, it's not winning that matters, it's being part of. Thinking about the Olympics is more than doing it. You think, wow, the Olympics, that's great. And then when you get there, it's a bit of a letdown to begin with until you're actually in the event. Then you start getting your nerves. And me, in particular, about diving, and I stood on the board, and I was feeling quite relaxed and casual, how you doing, everything. And then suddenly, the whistle goes, and that means you've got to dive. And then the nerve starts getting.
What was really lovely about the 48 Olympics was that we had a marvellous rowing party afterwards, and everybody it was the most splendid get-together I have ever been to.
Really?
And that sort of atmosphere was the atmosphere of the 48 Olympics, and I feel now it's a much more technically superior, of course.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I think it's lost a lot of the amateur spirit.
Of a rainbow, you'll find a pot of gold. At the end of a story, you'll find it's all been toll.